What is going on today, everyone? So it was another big day, and I would say today actually was a huge day in the quantum computer world. So I even got personal text messages from friends and family today saying, "Hey, did you see this article from Microsoft? This is pretty cool." And first thing in the morning, I received a few messages from friends and family members, and it's pretty cool to see the headlines pick up. And so today I wanted to just jump on and I wanted to go over the what I think are the 5 myths around quantum computers. So the first myth, and we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into each one of these, but the first myth is that quantum computers will replace classical computers. The second one is that quantum computers are 30 years away from being useful. Third is quantum computers will break encryption overnight. Fourth, quantum computing will instantly solve everything. And 5, quantum computing will not affect the average person. So why should I care as a regular person? So we're going to dive in today. We're going to start with, of course, the headline of the day, which is Microsoft unveiling Majorana 1, the world's first quantum processor. And I've gone down and I've highlighted just a few areas of the article that I thought were interesting for you all. So first, we have Microsoft is on track to build an FTP of a scalable quantum computer in years, not decades, as part of the final phase of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. So as we go down the page, for nearly a century, these quasi-particles existed only in textbook. Now we can create and control them on demand in our topo conductors. Going further down, our roadmap now leads systematically towards scalable QEC. The next steps will involve a 4x2 tetron array. A million qubit quantum computer isn't just a milestone, it's a gateway to solving some of the world's most difficult problems. All right, so let's jump into myth number 1. Quantum computers will replace classic computers. No, they won't. They will, however, complement classic computers. They will work together with CPUs and GPUs. So a great way to look at them is a complement to existing technology. So I've pulled up this IBM blog. I've gone through and highlighted some important pieces of the article. So let's take a look. So we have a new architecture, right, with a quantum computer. We're not working with bits anymore. It's not on and off anymore. We're working with qubits, which has the potential to provide speedups for problems that have long proven difficult for classical computers. However, we've already established that quantum computers won't solve every problem more efficiently than classical supercomputers. Instead, we expect quantum processing units, QPUs, to serve as accelerators for high-performance computers. So I think that's one key, is that it's a complement, it's not a replacement. The future of computing is bigger than just quantum versus classical. It is about using both quantum and classical computing together to discover new algorithms. So you don't have to take it from me, take it directly from IBM, who is building quantum computers. I think it's also important to think about this in 2 ways. Classical will accelerate quantum progress, and quantum will accelerate classic progress. So when we're talking about this mixed model of compute and quantum compute, this type of architecture requires more complex configuration and development, but it offers the possibility of tighter integration between classical and quantum when needed by altering the job submission to hybrid and classical queues. So we'll be able to write hybrid quantum classical program based around the SQD technique and run it on an integrated environment. And it's already happening. There's some code samples. So, myth, busted. Quantum computers will replace classical computers. No, they will not. All right, myth number 2. Quantum computers are 30 years away from being useful. I think if you're following this channel closely, or if you're following the headlines closely, or if you're a regular visitor of the news, the Quantum Bull, Quantum Insider, if you're reading quantum headlines, you know that that is just simply not the case. So what is a realistic timeline? Well, Google scientists are reporting in a new study that it completed a computational task on a quantum computer that would take a classical computer 47 years to complete. So this is already happening. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That's the $1 million question. According to The Telegraph, researchers benchmarked their performance against Frontier, the world's leading supercomputer, adding it would take 6.18 seconds to match a calculation from Google's 53-qubit computer from 2019. In comparison, it would take 47.2 years to match its latest one. So with advancements from Google, Microsoft, and other players in this space, we just did a video on the Chinese quantum computer, which had 20 million visits. And we are seeing progress in usage today. So quantum computers are 15, 20, 30 years away. Busted. Myth number 3, quantum computers will break all encryption overnight. There is a imminent danger with standard RSA encryption as these computers continue to get better and better. When they get up to 1 million qubits, standard RSA encryption based on our current models will more or less become obsolete, like your Motorola Razr from 15 years ago. The U.S. Department of Commerce National Institute of Standards and Technology has chosen the first group of encryption tools that are designed to withstand the assault of a future quantum computer, which could potentially crack the security used to protect privacy in digital systems we rely on every day, such as online banking and email software. The 4 selected encryption algorithms will become part of NIST's post-quantum cryptographic standard, expected to be finalized in about 2 years. So this won't happen overnight. Quantum computers will need to be much more powerful to break through all current RSA cryptography, but we can't expect a linear progression of quantum computers. I would expect an exponential progression of quantum computers just based on the progress of AI, the progress of tech in general, the power of the current GPU and CPU complementing and feeding into the progress on the quantum front. So this is definitely something that needs to be addressed at companies, governments, enterprises. They need to have quantum safe encryption. All right, myth number 4, quantum computing will instantly solve everything. Well, I wish it would, but we need to temper down those expectations just a little bit. In some cases, computers with these quantum abilities can solve large-scale problems much faster than classical computer counterparts. Examples include simulating the behavior of matter, analyzing compounds to create new drugs, optimizing factory floors or global supply chains, and identifying fraud and risk patterns in financial transactions. So scientists are working on achieving the quantum advantage, which is the ability to use quantum computers to solve problems that are beyond the reach of classical computers. In Google Willow, they claim to have achieved quantum advantage, where the power has exceeded a classical computer's ability. So other things to consider about the current state of quantum computing. It's still early, but quantum is heating up. Quantum computing is early in the maturity cycle, but the landscape is heating up. Think about the internet in the early days. Remember dial-up tone when you're trying to connect to the internet. Now we're on fiber optic connections when we're at universities and we're transferring gigabytes and terabytes of data, no problem. And IBM has launched a 433 qubit machine last year and has set its sight on building a 100,000 qubit machine within 10 years. So these things will move. It's just a matter of how fast. And my guess is pretty dang fast. Benefits will come on a continuum. Quantum computing becomes more attractive when the quantum algorithm is exponentially faster or significantly better than the classical computing option, or if the problem size being tackled is larger than the speed differential between the two. Given the current state of quantum technology, it will be useful sooner for small-scale problems whose solutions offer smaller benefits and will only later be viable for solving more complex problems that promise larger benefits. So, myth number 4, quantum computing will solve everything. It will solve a lot of things. It has a lot of potential, like synthetic data, logistics, finances, security, cybersecurity, intelligence, artificial intelligence. There's a lot of things that to be excited about with quantum computers, but we also need to have realistic expectations that it's not going to solve everything overnight. Myth number 5, quantum computing won't affect the average person. It will. And here's why. Because these headlines are going to become more and more frequent as this technology develops. It's not like we're going from what I don't think a lot of people understand, or what I hope that more people can start to engage with, is that a quantum computer is really nothing like a classical computer. It's a completely different architecture. There's a completely different set of rules. The science is much more complicated and difficult. And even the people that are working on quantum computers have a hard time describing what's happening at this atomic level, which makes it really cool, but it makes it really hard for people to say, oh, well, how does this apply to me? Well, there's going to be healthcare innovations, financial enhancements. Banks and financial institutions are going to explore quantum computing to improve encryption. There's going to be technological progress. Who knows what the possibilities are, but it would be a mistake to think that it won't affect you and that you won't see it. More and more, you will see quantum technology creating value in your life personally. Quantum technology could create value worth trillions of dollars within the next decade alone. We are likely to see the earliest impact from quantum computing and could gain up to $2 trillion by 2035. I wanted to finish these 5 myths with this nice article from McKinsey, who talks about kind of the different ways that the breakthroughs are going to affect the everyday person. So quantum computing, quantum error correction proposals, and demonstrations by large companies show promise of steps towards large-scale, fault-tolerant quantum computing. That's the major barrier. That is the major barrier for scientists, is to get these quantum computers more and more accurate. And when you see numbers like 99.5% fidelity, 99.9% from Microsoft and Quantinuum, incredible scientific progress and achievement on its own. Quantum sensing. Researchers are developing improved techniques to control ensembles of solid-state spins for a range of sensing applications. So researchers at MIT, for example, developed a novel technique that could significantly improve the sensitivity of quantum sensing devices. Monitoring, imaging, navigation, identification will have a significant impact. So this could affect sectors such as oil and gas, automotives, assembly, aerospace, defense, medical, media, entertainment, public sectors. The list goes on and on and on of how this technology can change our daily life. And finally, quantum communication. Researchers are improving the performance of quantum key distribution, demonstrating longer transmission distances and increased data rates using innovative techniques. So that is all I have. And it's just really great to think about. That's all I have for you folks. Hopefully this was helpful and you found value out of this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like if I've earned it, and subscribe if you're interested in more quantum computer information. Hope you all have a great day.